Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Lesson 7 in Khulasat-un-Nahw. This lesson we talk about another type of murakkab naqis, incomplete compound. In this one, the second part of the murakkab naqis is known as a sifat, an attribute. And the first part would be mawsoof. What would the first part be? Mawsoof. Mawsoof is the one, this is a descriptive compound. This gives a description. So the one described comes first, which is known as mawsoof, described. Sifat, which comes after, is description. Described, description. Mawsoof, sifat. And put together it is called murakkab tawsifi. For example, you have rajulun fasiqun, a man who is a wrongdoer. So here, what is the described? The man, which comes first, rajulun. And what is the description of him? Fasiqun. He's wrongdoer. So described and description, them two come together. Another example, you can have the opposite example. Rajulun salihun, a man who is pious. So that would be, the described again is rajulun, and the description is, in this case, salihun. Yeah? Next, another murakkab naqis, another type of murakkab naqis he mentions here is when two words are made into one word. Two words are made into one word. And there is a harf included in the second part. There is a harf. Yeah. So, for example, you have ahada ashara. Ahada, 1 and 10. This is 1 and 10 together, which makes 11. Ahada ashara is 11. You see? So this is known as murakkab ta'adadi. Murakkab, or you can say murakkab adadi. Adad is to do with numbers. It's a number, isn't it? It's a compound of numbers. It's a number compound. And the first is included within the second. You get it? There's a connection with them. Another type of murakkab naqis he mentions here is where there is not a harf. There is no particle joining the two together, okay? Which one would this be? Murakkab which is ghair munsarif, or known as murakkab which is mana' sarf. A murakkab which is mana' sarf. Mana' sarf. This would be something like this word, ba'ala bakka. Ba'ala bakka, Ba'al was one city, Bakka was another city, and then both of the names are joined together to make the name of one place. I think there were two nearby places or something, but these two separate kalimas are joined together, and there's no harf in the middle of them, okay? They're joined together. Now, it's going to tell you 10 things you need to remember in relation to murakkab tawsifi. How many things? 10 things in relation to murakkab tawsifi. Yeah. Number 1. If the sifat, the description, yeah, is mufrad, if it is singular, it's a singular word. The description is a singular word, meaning it's not a sentence, okay? It's not a jumla. A description can also be a sentence, but in this case the description is one word. Then what happens? Then it will agree with the mawsoof. It will agree with the mawsoof, with the described, in 10 things. In which 10 things will it agree with it? In being wahid, tasniya or jama. In being
wahid, tasniya or jama.
Yeah, wahid, tasniya or jama. In being 1, 2 or 3 or more. In being singular, dual or plural. It will agree with it. For example, you have rajulun alimun, a man who is a scholar. And then you have rijalun ulama'u, men who are scholars. So you see in the first example, rajulun alimun, the man who is a scholar. The described and the description are both what? Singular, wahid. In the second example, rijalun ulama'u, the described, which is men, is plural. And also the description, they are scholars, is plural. Yeah, so in these three things, 1, 2, 3, in being singular, dual and plural, the mawsoof and sifat will both be matching. They will both be the same, okay? What's number 4, 5 and 6? In terms of rafa, nasab, jar. In terms of being, of zabar, zera, pesh. In terms of this thing, also they will both match. The mawsoof and the sifat will both match in terms of having rafa, nasab, or jar. Yeah. For example, rajulun alimun, rajulan aliman, or it could be rajulin alimin. In terms of their harakat, the i'rab, they will also be matching. So this is number 4, 5 and 6. Number 7 and 8, they will also be matching in terms of being muzakkar or muannath. In terms of being masculine or feminine. You can't have a mawsoof which is feminine and then have a sifat which is masculine. You get it? Or a mawsoof which is, the other way around. You get it? They both have to be masculine or they both have to be feminine. For example, he mentions here, imra'atun alimatun. The woman who is an alima. Can you see? Yeah. You don't say imra'atun alimun, do you? No. Why? Because alimun is masculine description. So feminine described will have a feminine description. A masculine described will have a masculine description. When is all these conditions? What does it say at the beginning? When the sifat is mufrad. When the description is mufrad, single word, not plural. Do you understand? Because if it's plural, meaning not plural, as long as it's a singular word and not a sentence. We're going to learn about sentence very shortly. Next, it has number 9 and 10. In terms of being ma'rifah and being nakira. Also, the mawsoof and sifat will match one another. For example, it mentions here, Zaydunil alimu. Zaydunil alimu. Yeah, Zayd the scholar. Yeah. So this, for it to be a murakkab tawsifi, a descriptive compound, if it's going to be a descriptive compound, a murakkab tawsifi, then Zaydun is the mawsoof, and his description, the sifat, is al-alimu. Do you understand? What is the description? Al-alimu. Correct. Zaydunil alimu. So this one here, Zaydunil alimu, what happens here? Mawsoof and sifat are both ma'rifah. They are both ma'rifah. Yeah. You understand? And if they were both nakira, it would be like rajulun alimun, the man who is alim. In this case, both of them are nakira. So these 10 things, mawsoof and sifat must match in. Do you get it? Yeah. It could be brought down to 4. You get it? Look, 1, 2, 3 come in one category. 4, 5, 6 come in the second category. Do you get it? 7 and 8 in the third category. 9 and 10 in the fourth category. So in these 4 things, mawsoof and sifat will be matching. The described and the description will be matching. When the description is only done with one word. You get it? Yeah. Next, number 2 is going to talk about the description. When the description is going to be not one word, it's going to be a jumla, a sentence. The jumla after a nakira becomes a sifat of the nakira. And there must be a zamir, a pronoun, which is in accordance with the mawsoof, in accordance with the described. Do you understand? Now in this case what's happened, a nakira word has come first, a common noun word. And now in order to describe this common noun word, what comes after it? A sentence. A what?
Sentence.
Yeah. So common noun word comes first, and then a sentence comes after it to describe it. Let's see what happens here. Now, for example, it has Ja'a rajulun abuhu alimun. Okay? Meaning, a man arrived. Which man arrived? The man whose father is an alim. Yeah? Ja'a means arrived. Ja'a rajulun, what does that mean? A man arrived. Then after this man, so rajulun here is the nakira, which is going to be the mawsuf, the described. This man, rajulun. This man. Which man? It describes him afterwards. What does it say? Abuhu alimun. That man whose father is an alim. So what is describing this nakira now? A sentence is describing him. Which sentence is describing him? Which jumla? Which jumla is describing him? Abuhu alimun. What's describing him?
Abuhu alimun.
Yeah. Which manas came? The one whose father is a scholar. So Abuhu alimun is the jumla which is describing rajulun. What is rajulun first of all? Rajulun is a nakira. And Abuhu alimun is a jumla. So the nakira which comes, rajulun comes, that is the mawsuf. And what is Abuhu alimun? Sifat, that's his quality. What must this sifat have inside it? What did the rule say? There must be a zamir. There must be a
Zamir.
which reverts back to the mawsuf, to rajulun. So which is the zamir here in Abuhu alimun, which reverts back to him? The who. Abuhu. Meaning his father. His. Who is saying his to? The man, rajulun. So there has to be a damir in the jumla which is describing the nakira, which is going back to that nakira. Do you understand? Do you understand this or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the zamir in the jumla here? Abu who. That who zamir, which is saying his father. Whose father? The father of rajulun. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Abuhu alimun. Do you understand? In Abuhu alimun, that is the hu zamir which reverts back to the mawsuf, which is rajulun. Next, another example. It gives an equivalent example but of a female. Ja'at imra'atun abuha alimun. So what is it saying here? The woman arrived. Which woman arrived? Whose father is an alim. That woman arrived. Which woman? The one whose father is an alim. Okay, in this sentence what happens? Who is the mawsuf here? Who is the described here? The woman. Who is described here? Imra'atun, yeah? And what is she described by? The sentence which comes after her, the jumla which comes after her, Abuha alimun. What does this sentence which comes after her have in it? It has a zamir in it. What does it have in it?
Damir.
Which reverts, which goes back, which is in accordance with the woman herself, the mawsuf, the described, which she is a nakira. And which zamir is this one this time? Ha. Abu ha. Okay. The woman arrived, the one whose father is an alim. Okay, next. Number 3. If the mawsuf, the one which is described, is ghair aqil, non-intellectual, meaning it's going to be other than a human. It's going to be like plants, animals or something, yeah? If the ghair aqil is mawsuf, something which is ghair aqil is described, and if it is also jama' mukassar, if it is also a broken plural. So now we're describing a word which is ghair aqil, which does not have intellect. And what else is it? It is a broken plural, jama' mukassar. Then its sifat, its description will be in which form? It will be either wahid muannath, singular female, feminine, or it will be jama' muannath, a plural feminine. Do you understand? Yeah. For example, let's see in the examples you'll realize. For example, it mentions Ashjarun muthmiratun. Ashjarun muthmiratun. In ashjarun muthmiratun, what this means is, what's ashjarun? Trees. And muthmiratun means fruit bearing. Okay, so trees which are fruit bearing. And what does it mention here in relation to these fruit bearing trees? Look now, ashjarun, that is the mawsuf. What is the mawsuf? Is it ghair aqil? Is it non-intellectual? Do trees have an intelligence?
No.
So it is ghair aqil, yeah? Okay. And this is the described word, the mawsuf. Is it also a broken plural? Yes. In the singular form it's a shajarun. Plural form becomes ashjarun. So is it broken plural? Jama mukassar?
Yeah.
Yes. So ashjarun is a broken plural. Muthmiratun comes after it. Fruit bearing. What kind of word is muthmiratun? So the description, the sifat is going to be wahid muannas. What is it going to be?
Wahid muannas.
A singular feminine. The next one is jibalun, which is also a broken plural. Mountains. Because jabalun is a singular form, yeah? Shamikhatun. Tall mountains. What happens here? Jibalun. Is that a broken plural? Yes. Is it non-intellectual? Yes. That is the mawsuf. Okay. So how must its sifat come? Its description will either come as a wahid muannas or as a jama muannas. In this example, it's come as a jama muannas. Do you get it? Next, it says, however, if the mawsuf of muzakkar aqil is jama mukassar, then the sifat will be either wahid muannas or jama muzakkar. Let's see these examples now. This means now here, the described word which comes first is going to be what? The mawsuf is going to be what? A muzakkar aqil. It's going to be masculine and it's going to be intellectual. So what can masculine and intellectual be? Like men or boys. Do you understand? Because it's going to be human. Because first of all it's aqil, but it's also masculine. So it's going to be male human. So the male human is going to be described. Yeah? And it is also going to be a broken plural. Alright? First, what did we have in the first example? We had a ghair aqil. What did we say? It was non-intellectual and it was a jama mukassar broken plural. Now the described is muzakkar aqil. What is it? Muzakkar. Male intellectual with what? In what form? Broken plural as well, jama mukassar, okay? Now the description of this is going to come as how? Either wahid muannas or jama muzakkar. It's going to come either as wahid muannas, singular feminine, or the description is going to come as jama muzakkar, as a plural masculine. Let's see. Atfalun saghiratun. The boys who are small. The boys who are small. Let's look at the first word, atfalun. The children, like the boys. Atfalun. First of all, is it a male aqil? Is it muzakkar aqil? Yes. Is it masculine? Yeah. A boy is masculine? Yes. Are they masculine? Yeah, yes, they are. Is it a broken plural? Is it jama mukassar? Yes. Because in singular form it is tiflun. What is it? Tiflun. But here it's come as atfalun. Okay? So is it broken plural as well? Yes. How must this description come? The description can either be wahid muannas or jama muzakkar. This description has come as wahid muannas. Saghiratun. The word saghiratun is wahid muannas. That's the description of them boys. So is that okay? Yes. Got the second example. Rijalun kibarun. The men who are big or men who are great. Now rijalun, look at rijalun. That's the sifat. Is it muzakkar aqil? Are men muzakkar? Are they masculine? Yeah. Are they aqil? Do they have intellect? Yeah. Yes. So it is muzakkar aqil. Is it a jama mukassar? Is it a broken plural? Yeah. Yes. Because the singular form would be rajulun. This is rijalun. And what about the description? So the description is going to come either as wahid muannas or jama muzakkar. And in this case, the description has come as jama muzakkar. Kibarun. Kibar is a male plural form. Okay? You understand?
Yeah.
So this is the description for them. So just learn these inshallah. When you revise them, it will become much clearer.